And there's a lot of politics in the industry around, we should always ask open-ended questions, or we should always ask validated questions. The answer is there is no right or wrong. It's just all depends. The right question is super important because with the wrong questions, you get the wrong answers. As simple as that. Now, there are two types of questions that you can utilize. There are closed-ended questions and there are open-ended questions. And there's a lot of politics in the industry around, we should always ask open-ended questions, or we should always ask validated questions. The answer is there is no right or wrong. It's just all depends. How do you know what questions you should be asking? So here's a very good template that I use called the elevator pitch template. There's many templates that you can use. There's a problem statement template. There's other templates that you can use to write down your idea. But I quite like the elevator pitch template because it lists out basically all the conditions really well. And it's a very good tool for you to basically validate the assumptions that you have on your product. This is an example of like Uber. I would usually just write down using this template says, for people who lives in urban cities, who has a need to get to the airport on time. Uber Ride is a mobile app that lets you book on-demand transport. Unlike taxis, which is more reliable, cheaper, and cleaner. And we know this is true when people are using Uber Ride more often than taxis. Right, so I'll write this down. And the second thing is I will go through this statement and I'll highlight all the areas that I think are assumptions. And when I think about assumptions, I ask myself, how much do I really know about this? And also, which gives me about, do I know this a lot or not? The second thing is, if we get this wrong, how likely will we fail? Which talks about the impact of this assumption. So this is basically knowledge. The second one's about impact. And I'll go through this rated from 1 to 10. And I'll basically highlight all the assumptions I have and I'll create questions on the back of this. And some questions I'll create would be like, do people need to get to the airport on time? Is that a massive use case? Then I'll be like, then I'll ask questions around, so there's this loop where you can use your assumptions, write down your ideas, highlight the assumptions, and it's from the assumptions where you can create really good quality questions to ask.